خلوني على جبري بصابر سنين منك يا عسل دوعان منك يا عسل دوعان جود العاشقين.
This video was brought to you by the Critical Language Service. To learn more about our Arabic courses taught to homeschools, high schools, junior high schools, and small colleges via telepresence and Skype, visit our website at www.criticallanguageservice.com.
Okay, let's talk some more about Modaria mansoub. It's basically everything we've just seen in the previous slides, so you should be able to follow me quickly. If not, go back to the slides. But seriously, when Modaria is used with li or in, like li in order to or in, it takes a form called Modaria mansoub. Yep, it's not a deja vu, we just covered this. So again, Modaria usually is marfu' with a vowel dhamma at the end, short vowel dhamma at the end. But when in or li goes into the mix, we get Modaria mansoub. What is mansoub? Yep, it's the fatha at the end. So in an unvoweled text, you will not notice anything different about Modaria mansoub. Why is that, you might ask? Well, you shouldn't ask this, but Modaria mansoub usually has a fatha in the end. If it's an unvoweled text, you won't have the fatha, so duh. Except in forms for persons like hum, antum, and anti, which do not take final n. So when we conjugate with hum, anti, or antum in Modaria, usually it's end with waw noon. It ends with a waw noon, or an alif noon, or ya noon. But the noon is what we're focusing on. But when it becomes Modaria mansoub, the noon is taken out. We'll show you how in these following examples. And now let's look at the example with anti feminine you. The sentence we're going to work on is anti تفضلين أن plus the verb conjugation with لعب. So أنت تفضلين أن تلعبي. So as you can see, this is wrong. The noon has no place being here, so it should move out. So what we basically do is, since we have n, the n matters here, so we make it becomes تلعبي. And okay, so this is the n, and this is the effect of the n. أنتِ تفضلين أن تلعبي. This one is wrong because when it's mansoub, the n drops and you got it, yeah. And that's for أنتِ أنتم هم. We're going to look at an example with هم. So with هم, we just went ahead and did the example. So هم يفضلون أن يلعبوا. So originally it's هم يفضلون هم يلعبون, but with n it's alif instead of noon. And now let's look at an example with أنتم plural you. Can you do the sentence before I write it? Can you? أنتم. So أنتم plus فضل and plus لعبة. So with أنتم تفضلون أن تلعبوا. Again, see the effect of the formidable and تلعبوا. It's alif. So, and just a point with conjugation, so it's أنتم like أنتِ تفضلون أن تلعبوا. So the cases with أنتِ, هم, أنتم is the endings that is are special, but for all other persons مضارع منصوب takes a فتحة. That's the difference, instead of, because there's no noon to drop basically, so it's a فتحة with أنا, أنت, نحن, etc. And the فتحة will only show in fully vocalized text. So with أنا أفضل أن ألعب. So here the effect of أن is obvious in the فتحة. And as you can see, this is how obviously we conjugate أفضل with أنا أفضل أن ألعب. So yeah, nothing special about the conjugation. It's not like أنتِ تفضلين, it's أنا أفضل with no added suffixes to the word. Okay, let's see this chart. It's going to show you everything you need to know in a nutshell. So as we said, remember the examples that we showed earlier. أريد أن أذهب, this is the effect of the infamous أن, أذهب, I want to go. نريد أن نذهب, no changes, just the فتحة at the end, so it's منصوب. تريد أن تذهب, أنت تريد أن تذهب, you, masculine. تريد أن تذهب, فتحة at the end, no biggie. تريدين أن تذهبي, so as you can see, it's because it's أنتِ, you feminine. تريدين, noon for أنتِ. أن تذهبي, so again the prefix ta that indicates feminine, and then that we're referring to a feminine noun, and then تذهبي, the noon was dropped because of n. Do you think it was scared of n, and the noon usually just leaves the first to go? That's just me thinking. Anyway, so أنتم, plural you, تريدون أن تذهبوا, so the n ran away but brought its bigger brother ألف to step in. يريد أن يذهب, فتحة. تريد أن تذهب, فتحة. يريدون أن يذهبوا, so هو يريد أن يذهب, هي تريد أن تذهب, and هم يريدون أن يذهبوا. Same case with أنتم, just the ya for home, and same here for conjugation, and the noon is dropped because of an, so it's مضارع منصوب. Okay, I believe that was it. Enjoy. Okay, now let's look at when to use n in formal Arabic. As a rule of thumb, you can use n in most cases where we use an infinitive in English, such as with these verbs. Verbs are استطاع, يمكن, يحب, أراد, رفض. The way we use it is like we put n between these types of verbs and the verb that we're conjugating with n. So استطاع أن يذهب, يمكن أن يرحل, يحب أن يستمع, أراد أن يسافر, رفض أن يلعب, etc. So استطاع أن, he was able to. يمكن أن, it is possible. يحب أن, he would like, he would rather, he would prefer. أراد أن, he wanted to. رفض أن, he refused to. Okay, there is one exception for you, and it's important, so listen up. We do not use in with verbs of beginning. Like this example. بدأنا ندرس اللغة العربية في الخريف الماضي. So بدأ is we began, so we cannot say not say بدأنا أن ندرس. We say بدأنا ندرس اللغة العربية في الخريف الماضي. We started studying Arabic language last fall. Or also بدأت أقرأ قصة جديدة ليلة أمس وأنا أستمتع بها كثيرا. I started reading a new story last night and I'm enjoying it very, very much. So بدأت أقرأ. Notice we don't and we cannot and we shouldn't use in after verbs of beginning like بدأ. Okay, more on how when to use n. In formal Arabic, بعد and قبل, before and after. Before, after, قبل, before, بعد, after, must be followed by either masdar or the linking word n. Let's see how. The phrase قبل n, before, must be followed by مضارع منصوب. Remember مضارع منصوب? It's the مضارع that comes after n, that has a fatha in the end. Remember the whole end thing? Okay, I'm assuming that you do. And قبل السفر, before traveling, it can go قبل السفر, so السفر is مصدر, or قبل أن نسافر, and here we've used n plus مضارع منصوب. Another example, بعد التخرج, after graduating. بعد التخرج, تخرج مصدر. بعد أن نتخرج n plus مضارع منصوب and the فتحة at the end.
وانا اصلي في صلاة العصر قالوا لي يا حسن عندك بطر احكوا لنا بين الخبر